Ever wonder what a billionaire hedge fund wizard and a young Indian finance prodigy talk about over coffee? Well, it's not the weather. It's money, gold bubbles, and why your cash might be worth less than the paper it's printed on. Grab your notebook because we're breaking down a legendary chat between Dalio and Nikhil Kamath. Let's dive in. Dalio, the guy behind the massive hedge fund Bridgewater, got his start at just 12 years old. He wasn't playing video games. He was caddying for rich golfers, listening to their stock market chatter. He took his tip money, bought his first stock, and got hooked faster than a fish on a line. He learned early on about risk, especially when President Nixon took the U.S. off the gold standard. That move basically turned money into a promise governments can break by just printing more. This brings us to the core idea. Money isn't always wealth. According to Ray, money is just a medium of exchange. True wealth is something that holds its value, something that isn't someone else's IO. You think gold. You can't just print more gold. That's why he suggests keeping 5 to 15% of your portfolio in it as a hedge against disaster. What about Bitcoin? Ray's cautious. He calls it digital gold but warns that governments can track and squash it anytime they want. Real estate is good, but it's an easy target for taxes. So how do you build a portfolio that can weather any storm? Diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different assets that don't move in the same direction. This is what Ray calls the holy grail of investing. But it's not just about your personal finances. Ray identifies 5 huge forces shaping the entire world economy. First, you've got debt and money cycles, the boom and bust created by printing cash. Second, internal conflicts within countries, like the gap between the rich and the poor. Third, geopolitical shifts like the rivalry between the US and China, with India rising as a new power. Fourth, what he calls acts of God like climate change and pandemics. And finally, technology, the ultimate game changer. So what's the big takeaway, especially for young people? Ray's advice is simple: be curious. Surround yourself with smart people and learn by doing. Understand cause and effect. Every action has a consequence. He even practices meditation to keep his mind clear and focused. And perhaps most importantly, he says real success isn't just about making money. It's about building meaningful relationships and a strong community, because at the end of the day, that's the true wealth that money can't buy. It's all about playing the long game, not chasing shiny objects, and building something that lasts. That's wisdom you can take to the bank. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights.